In the name of God, thank you for your time. Chapter 5, we're going to focus on the strategic directions of our information technology planning. Actually, getting the strategic directions, deriving the actual directives, it's a process engaging the vision, the mission, the current status, and especially the SWOT plans, the value chain that we currently have in place. So just as a reminder, because there wasn't any specific place in the template that we received for the SWOT analysis, I was just drawing the SWOT here, so we can just overview on it and then relate back whenever is needed. We have the strengths, the weaknesses, the opportunities and threats. The main points that we're concerned with more in an IT environment are the adequate potential to accommodate more students. Some of these might be more actually regarding the university or college as a whole unit. But because the computer science faculty is the main processing unit in this college, well, it pertains to them as well. So some of the strengths are they have adequate potential to accommodate more students, the basic facilities, the utilities they have, the campuses that are all throughout the country. That's important in the strengths section. They have a good strategic location, being based primarily in Kuala Lumpur and then having campuses all throughout. And the current e-learning facilities in place have given an e-learning possibility and culture to the study environment. The weaknesses that we're facing are that they have expensive tuition fees, although the tuition fees are mainly based on loans, so the government will provide loans for students, but it actually brings up another weakness that we have no scholarship system in place. We have a very unreliable network throughout the different campuses. There's no central monitoring on the networks, so we have to address this problem. The inadequate marketing strategies are problems that the computer science department faced too, because the products that have come out, they haven't actually been implemented all throughout the organization. Inadequate learning space. Actually, the cost of providing learning space, especially in computer science applications, well, it's a high cost. So we have to elaborate on this weakness. And the mixed faculty roles, which many of the faculty have both academic roles and administrative roles, which are actually not very clearly defined. They are very mixed up in the current situation. So we have to address these problems. The opportunities that we're facing, one of them, the base is the government policy on ICT and ICT development. The large student base, which we have around 12,500 students currently, and well, we can use this student base in different applications, such as the support, such as internships, different applications. We are inclined towards automation, the actual process that we have a CMS in place, and trying to actually involve the other campuses into the CMS. Well, that's a side of this. And we have industry engagement as an opportunity. Very basic industry related partnership right now. Expanding this will provide us scholarship possibilities, will give us software development possibilities, different internship possibilities. That's a very good opportunity for us. And the threats that we're facing are that we have many local affordable competitors. If you're not going to be sponsored by the government, then there are local competitors that are basically cheaper. The lack of collaboration with established industries or well-known industries in Malaysia, and the low students entry requirements, which actually brings down the base of our technical skills in college. Okay, so going back to our document, what we have here is actually it's the directives of our strategic plan will be addressed regarding, based on our SWOT analysis and the different infrastructure currently available, the problems that we're facing. So it is a broad document, so we're just going to briefly demonstrate the general guidelines, and then in the next sections we will have it more detailed down and the target applications will be processed. So for the advances and advancements of the strategic directions, well, the Mara College is set to provide an all-out premier educational structure for the advancement of ICT in Malaysia. Okay. And well, we have to have benchmarks after our proposed time period. We have to be able to assess ourselves or in two or three different stages throughout our time period of 5 years. We have to be able to assess ourselves. The basic benchmark being proposed is regional colleges in Australia, because they are more inclined towards facing the same regional issues, although they have a richer background than most local colleges. If we want to benchmark Mara with other local colleges which have only 7, 10 years, 15 years of experience, well, it's not going to be a very fair benchmark. So actually, the Australians were a proposed college for benchmarking. Also, of course, the steps of growth in the universities, the public universities of Malaysia, will be very good guidelines in our approach. The standards for technology, well, we have to have the standards documents in place. The strategies which can guide for our further actions are to adopt the standards, whether they're international or national level standards, and participating in standards development. Well, at first the national level, if possible, at the educational international level too. And then getting involved with the renowned organizations such as the public Malaysian universities and especially the Department of Standards Malaysia. This is so we know exactly how to assess ourselves. So the roadmap for information management and technology through our framework. We have the information management framework and the framework of information technology. So the characteristics should be that they all should be efficiently and easily available, reliable, and conforming. And the actual characteristics for our information management framework should be as follows. So the main characteristics are defining our strategic resources, the performance and procurement, or accessibility, which of course is based on the guidelines supported. The responsibilities that we have should be outlined. It should be accurate and current. We need central storage and management for the CMS information systems, and they'll be managed stored centrally with lists of rules, processes, and they should conform. The CMS will be handled in accordance with existing record-keeping methods. So actually it's a process of doing everything in a standard way and having the characteristics needed for reliability and conformance. The framework for information technology, as outlined, the features that we have to have in place are the reliability, the safety and security, which systems must be protected from unauthorized performance or access or misconduct. They need to be, the IT framework needs to be flexible. The design, in which it focuses on the user acceptance, task-centric or user-centric approach, the usability, the responsiveness, interoperability. Interoperability means actually that we need KPTM to be able to integrate with external parties, if it's industries, if it's the finances, when we say KPTM here, actually we are targeting our faculty and then KPTM as a whole. So we have to have interoperability here, and all the main characteristics that are needed. And then we have the actual directives for the ICT technology. So addressing the SWOT analysis, I will briefly demonstrate each direction into how they assess, how they address the SWOT. So at first, of course, what we need is to be able to fully utilize our current IS systems. We have to reach the maximum efficiency. That is how we add to value chain at the beginning. And can I have 2 or 3 minutes? Okay. Because actually this is somehow one of the main parts of our presentation. Okay, so fully utilizing the current IS systems is very important. Setting the ICT structure and services, relying mainly on outsourced software development and in-house service support, maintenance, and hosting. We want to manage our ISs in-house. We want to hold them in-house, host them in-house, and support them in-house. But the actual software development, we have reached this decision to outsource them. So defining the characteristics and the requirements, we will be outsourcing our software as to provide more time, more time, yes, for the faculty to develop, to engage in academic possibilities. The application integration, of course, there's 4 ways we can integrate between the different applications that are needed. These 4 ways will be used in guidelines and how for new systems or for current systems that we have in place right now, or for applications that we know or we don't know the database structure, how we can use them. Okay. The next directive, the 4th, is cost saving through the use of application electronic learning, which of course we have the OLES system right now in place. Using e-learning, we can add to the value chain with less cost, so it's an important priority. Increased capacity and effectiveness of IT infrastructure, addressing all the issues of network unreliability and storage, the hosting that we have, which is distributed right now. We want to make it central. Add to the value chain through initiation of industry-oriented partnership in college. We can get, as I said, we can get scholarships out of this. We can address multi-issues here, several issues. So we can get scholarships. We can decrease the redundant work in college and in industry. And one of our main initiatives is the development of virtual campus program or a virtual university program in order to add virtual degree programs of lower costs. The virtual degrees, the main benefits will be that students, 2 types of students, either full-time working students or students with less funding available, will be able to attend the college, even though the funding is based on a loan initiative, because when you have to provide less funding for your students, then you can actually achieve more. Also, because we have the academics in place, the virtual university, the virtual university or virtual program can help in increasing our student base and, well, using our potential to accommodate for more students. Standardizing of performance indicators, roles, and responsibilities. Well, we have to have KPI to assess our growth. So this is very important, that we divide the 2 different academic and administrative responsibilities and structures so we can actually understand and assess our advances here. Use of in-depth communication strategy, telecommunications technologies should be harnessed for us as a very distributed business unit. Improving staff training on 3 levels, which are the common skills. Well, everybody should be able to talk the same IT language. Email, access to the internet, office automation. The next level would be the specific skills in the use of our applications that have been proposed and developed. And then we have the IT staff technical skills. The IT staff should be technically involved in training and well, advancing their own knowledge in IT as the servicers of the system. Okay, that's about it. Any questions? I'll be glad to answer.
The process of identifying strategies clear.
Okay.
Thank you very much.